Switch on the lights. No? This is a good setup, right? You are giving a demo, and Siddharth is. Anyone else? No. I know. Okay, so wait.
Hey, Siddharth.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, okay. Now it should work.
Oh, I don't think he can say anything, right? He just watch.
He can, I think. It's a Hangouts thing. Okay, this is weird.
Say something. I don't know. Yeah, he sees.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me? Yeah, we can. Okay, now we can.
Cool.
This is like a room that was just open, so we should.
Yeah, this should be good for us. So, Vikrant, we have 2 people to demo today. Alright, so the
Okay,
first.
awesome.
Okay, so I guess we'll start with this demo. Do you have everything set up? Would you need a minute?
If you want to demo something on a computer, you can connect to the Hangouts call and share your screen.
Yeah, sure. Get things set up quick.
Can we go around the room and like if everyone can give an introduction, that'd be cool.
Pardon?
No, I was just saying if we can go around the room, then because I think I don't know most of the people in the room.
So
I can start. I'm Vikrant. I was there about 2 or 3 years ago when we were starting MetaKGP. And yeah, it's awesome to have the first demo day. It's awesome that you guys are here. Pioneers, you're like the founding people for demo day. So thanks for being here. Yeah, we hope more people like you come.
okay, so we'll start with our introductions now.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I know you.
Okay, Aditya, 4th year mechanic.
Cool.
Kaustubh, 4th year computer science, current maintainer, and मैं Shivam के साथ end के 2 minutes. So
Nice.
That is
Yeah.
combined.
Cool. Awesome to meet you.
I'm Kumar, 1st year undergraduate, computer science and engineering.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
And I'm not current maintainer, so on.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. All the names are actually pretty familiar. One's on Slack.
So I guess Siddharth will be starting with his demo. Do you need to? Would you like to share your screen? Okay, so you have the link, right? Okay, I'll actually add you to the. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, there should be a.
I guess while Siddharth is getting set up, I had a couple of questions about how the organization and stuff worked out. So do you know how many people signed up for to show interest and how many people made a submission and stuff like that?
So in all 6 people registered and 2 others told me they were interested, but they didn't register. But so that makes it 8. Of the 8,
Okay.
1 person, 2 of them are presenting today.
Oh, interesting. So so 8 people wanted to demo, but only 2 people ended up demoing.
Yeah, but only
what
2
happened
people have.
What happened to the other 6? You know why they didn't demo?
I spoke to someone else. He said he has nothing prepared for the demo, so he.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry, you were a bit washed out there. I think one of you needs to mute.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so another friend of mine, he was also interested and he paid out on the last minute saying that it was not good enough. That's
Oh,
probably
okay.
something that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried
see,
telling
I'm
him
going
that.
to. Yeah, I'm going to hold you
Get-
accountable to that because it was your job to tell him that it's okay.
I did. I definitely did, but he still didn't
Yeah.
accept. He was like, I'm not doing it today.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So we have 2 demos then. Naresh, if you mute your mic, then maybe Siddharth can speak from his laptop.
I didn't get it. Can you repeat?
I said if you mute your mic, then Siddharth can use his.
Okay, cool.
I can't hear anything if you're saying something. I can't hear anything, Siddharth.
Mute your mic.
I think Siddharth's mic is not working. Maybe you can just demo on someone else's laptop.
Fine.
Great.
Move नहीं होता है क्या? Okay. This is what I want. Okay, you can hear me and you can see the screen, right? Vikram?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, okay. So I'm going to demo Leprechaun today. The problem that this solves is that we get a one-to-one relation between a roll number and an email ID, and this can be used to do some interesting things like you can actually do voting. You can have polls which are authenticated, and you will only allow people in KGP to vote. You can give services like MFTP without having to worry about doing a video or anything. So yeah, Vikrant wrote the paper for it. I implemented it. So the idea that this works on is that the first step is you enter your roll number and you enter your email ID and you say that this is me. And then what we do is we give you unique string, so any string of like alphanumeric characters, and you have to go and add this to the text of one of your secret questions. And the secret questions are all public, so we can make post requests to the ERP and get these secret questions. So you add this string to one of your secret questions, and if I give you a link which you can click on, and it goes like that. So I'm going to enter my roll number and my email ID. So that's that. Okay. Okay, I should probably not do this. Fine. So I've already authenticated, so yeah, so it will say that you can't authenticate.
I can.
Yeah, you can try yours. Great. So Naresh will like do this. Okay. Okay, so this is the first like step. It gives you this string, has to add to his ERP secret questions, and then once he's done, he can click on this link. So the thing is that now if I go to this link, then nothing's going to happen. Like it's just going to say it's making the request now, and yeah, it's going to say not verified. It's going to say not verified. Go into your ERP and ensure. So we'll just keep this link here, and Naresh is meanwhile adding. Forgot password.
You can change your question. Wow. Okay. This is.
Oh,
Just out of curiosity, is it easy to change your questions?
yeah. In fact, you don't even need to log in. So I'll just. So you go to ERP, and then it will. Huh? Just go to change security. Okay.
God.
So on the home page, you can go to forgot password, and you can go to change security questions, and that's it. So yeah.
So login ID.
Okay. I think तेरा वो unique वाला token ये हो गया. मैंने वो close कर दिया.
Okay. Do I get
Is there or back पे? Just go back.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
It's okay.
वापस begin कर कुछ नहीं होगा वापस begin कर. Okay. Allow कर देगा.
So every time you start this authentication process, is it like randomly seeding the token? Like, do you get a new token each time you go through the flow?
No. So what it will do is that it will start the flow once, and then it will randomly select the token, and then
Okay.
before selecting the token, it will check if the roll number has been associated with a given email ID or not.
Okay.
So we don't have the same email ID authenticated to roll numbers, and we don't have the same roll number. We authenticated with this, that's it.
Oh, but you have to change all three of your questions at the same time, is it?
What?
Yeah, that's okay.
You have to change.
Yeah, you have to change all three of your questions. You can put.
Yeah. What do you want me to do?
मतलब यहाँ पास स्कूल फिर ये टोकन डालना नहीं तो तुझे कैसे याद रहेगा क्या पेपर है क्या नहीं डालना अच्छा ठीक है okay fine yeah this is fine but I'm saying that you don't need to do this like what you can do is so what you can do is you can do this and you can write first school so you can still have like valid questions that you will understand and so then you won't have to change it after the process.
Right. But you'll still have to like once you get to this page, you still have to type out your old questions and the old answers again. So you can't just change one.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so let's.
Okay, so it has changed. Okay, abhi wo wala link. So he's changed the questions now. So just open it as it doesn't matter. Yeah. So now he's completed like step 1, and we will now check that his email ID is actually related to him. So we have sent him an email already, and so he's going into his inbox, and he's going to click on that link.
Okay.
The link, right?
So that link can be clicked anywhere, right?
Oh yeah, it can be clicked anywhere, but just completeness, I'll just end it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Okay. क्या बोला?
It's redirecting.
Just close it.
It's happening. It
Oh,
says,
okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, just switch to camera, right? Stop sharing the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how it looks.
It's safe.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So now if we use his roll number, can you
Yeah.
get his email?
You should prepared for this. Okay. Yeah. So तेरा क्या था? फिर क्या था? Verify to कुछ हुआ. पीछे जा.
अच्छा,
हाँ, link.
link.
Okay, this is not that. Verify to. I have ACBC08PK. Very interesting stuff. BAF0A1D8. Yes, great. Okay, so he's already okay. So this is exactly the page. Okay, nothing changes here. So this
Yeah.
is the page that the user will see. So verification's been completed, and I think you can see that the roll number is related to the email ID. So now what happens if he tries to like do it again? So 13CS30024, 13CS30024, and doesn't matter at all. So you do this and you try to begin authentication, and it will just say it can't be started. And you can actually reset and go back. So what you can do is
Oh,
you
nice.
can go to this, and अबे किसी और को नहीं, I'm not connected. Fine. So on the reset page, this is a little bit confusing. Someone told me, but so there are two ways to reset. Like you can reset either your roll number, so you can say remove the authentication, or you can reset your email ID. So in both cases, what we'll do is we'll check if the email ID or the roll number is already in our database and authenticated. And if it's authenticated, then we send an email to the email ID and we say click on this. So that's it. We'll remove the record from the database.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good. So one case it might not work is if you've lost control over the email where your roll number is associated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay. So now if I want to see for his roll number, what's the email ID? How do I do that?
Hello. Okay. Yeah. So this was the authentication flow, and the other flow is the get flow. So you should go mute the speaker. Oh no! How can you mute the speaker?
Because we're hearing it back.
Oh yeah, we are hearing like an echo of what we're saying.
Are you listening to the YouTube broadcast?
I don't think so. To connected again, no?
No one is.
No one else is.
Maybe just try refreshing.
The Hangout?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So what was I doing? Okay, so now. So the get flow works using a single authentication token that I know. So it's restarting the Heroku application with a new authentication token, which is just ABCD. So I can go to the README. So it's a get request and a post request. You can do any one. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is. So we just add a header, and
So it's unlisted, not
yeah.
the link.
Okay. Vikrant, can you see the terminal? Okay, probably can't, right? What is he dropped? Screen share किया ही नहीं. Screen share. Okay. So you can see the thing, right? The terminal, Vikrant.
Yeah, I can see it. Sorry.
Delete के चलता है. Okay, so curl this, and now I have to change this. So the bearer token is this, and you do instead of this, you do get, and here you put the protein CS 30024 now. Should work. TDPS again. नहीं क्या हो गया? काम क्यों नहीं कर रहा?
Proxy.
नहीं है proxy. ऐसे कैसे है? Can 726 through the 30.
There's some things I don't miss about KGP.
Yeah. Okay. So curl. ये क्या है? ये कंट्रोलर एक इसमें क्यों होता है? Okay. Okay, you're not authenticated. So this is the message you see if you're not authenticated. It just says this thing, and it asks you to contact the current maintainer. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not my laptop. It's a friend's, like mine is okay.
That's nice. That's a very friendly error message. Maybe you can just use the current token and then change it after the demo.
This is the current token. I don't know why it's not working. Hey. Okay, so simply ये था, मतलब ये भी bearer नहीं आना चाहिए. Okay, yeah, great. ठीक है. So the readme is wrong, bus. So now I queried for like his email ID. I got his email ID. Content type is JSON and everything is set properly. Yeah. So I think I was not able to do like regex checking in Go, so I just gave up at 2 a.m. Okay. Fine. And like, okay, okay. What else? So I did prepare this.
Does it also work in the reverse? Can you take the email ID and get the roll number?
No, you can't do that yet. So
okay, yeah, that's.
I don't know. Someone said that. Should we do that? Does it make sense to do that? Because
I mean, Yeah, like people should be able to assert, like if they're saying this is a roll number that belongs to this email ID, then you should be able to take the roll number and then just check that claim. So
Okay.
I don't know if you.
Both of those things.
Yeah.
Then you're
Because
saying that
generally,
it's authorized.
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Like you're saying that it should not be authenticated. You should just let anyone check.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying for authenticated applications, the kind of claim they have to check is here's a roll number, here's an email ID, are they associated? And to do that check, you don't even need to return any data. You just have to say yes or no, basically.
Okay.
And so the information that, like, if you return email ID for roll number, that's enough, because that makes that you can check that.
So yeah, I guess
Ideally, we want to be getting roll number. So given the email ID, we want to be getting the roll number.
I mean, we can do whatever we want. The way that I like imagine the flow was that you go to some authenticated application and you enter your email, your roll number, and you say that I want to like go to this pool or whatever, and the application will just send an email to your authenticated email ID, and it doesn't care about like, you don't have to keep entering your email ID.
That I understand. So I'm interested in the other way around. So when you are signing up for you would be signing up ideally with email IDs and roll numbers doesn't.
But what if
Yeah.
you? Okay, yeah. But what if you forget the email ID that you associated with the roll number and then?
It is even forgetting a roll number. It's like these are two trivial things that you always do.
But you'll always remember your roll number. You might not remember which email ID you authenticated with. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying that it, like it's hard to do or something. I'm saying that does it make sense to have people sign up with their email ID or a roll number? Because the roll number is more.
What I think is, so let's take some examples. So if you take the example of the dashboard, so if a user is signing up with this email, okay. So shouldn't we be able to automatically get his roll number as well?
Yeah,
Basically
fine.
say that.
Yeah.
So I think that makes sense. And that's like one use case where you can need it. But that could probably be many others, but this was one thing that I could do.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we can do it.
No, it's very cool. It's really awesome to see this working. Well done.
So yeah, so that was my demo. I did the demo because I wanted like more people to come in and use the project and tell me what's wrong, what's not wrong, and work on the project if you do or something. Then it's fun. The code's like not a mess because I didn't like. It's fine. It's not that big of a mess. It's still okay. Documenting it and all that. Thanks for that. I think.
So
Awesome.
Vikrant,
Very cool.
We will have Shivam demoing his project now. Shivam is
Cool.
like he said, a first year CS student, so it's pretty exciting that we have a first year here.
Yeah, awesome.
So yeah, so we're going to start.
Can you hear me? No, mine it cancels out the input. Just a minute. Okay, so am I audible?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, cool. So, as Naresh told me, I'm a first year undergraduate, and in the winters, I had a project from my department society, which I want to convert into a project, like in a quite a larger project for the next year, Kharagpur Winter of Code. You might be knowing of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a game on. It's a small game. You might have heard of the game Brkout, which was developed by Steve Jobs long back, right?
Okay. Can you
There's a
just
slider and
explain?
you have to,
Yeah, you should explain what
yeah,
the game is.
it's like a small game. You have a slider in the bottom, and there are bricks all over, and there is a ball. the ball comes down and you just don't have to let the ball fall through the screen.
Okay.
And you have to break all the bricks. So me and one of my friends from the same department are working on this project. What we did is we took up this idea and added some elements of prison escape to it. It's quite interesting, you know. The basic idea remains the same, that you have to break bricks through the ball, but the elements in it and how we have presented it through small knowledge we have is quite, I guess, quite a feat. I'll just explain you in a bit.
Okay.
So I'll share my screen with you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you share screen?
It's here.
This one?
Yeah. Yes.
Application window?
Yeah, but preferably just do the entire screen.
Okay.
It's easier. Yeah, done. You're sharing a screen now.
Can you see screen? No, but we can see
Now?
it's not black.
It's allowed. Okay, just a second.
Please share the application.
Yeah, try application window.
This one. Sure. It should be working now. So this is the repository for the game. Is that first of all, this game requires Pygame, and it works on Python 2. In the beginning, we didn't have anything that could run the game directly, but eventually, I learned some of the Bash script and some secrets about Ubuntu, and then we created a file which is this one. Where is it? Set dependencies.desktop. What this file does is that it opens up your Bash terminal, sets the directory to the current directory, like it is independent of whichever directory you store the game in, and there's a logo for the game. It sets the logo into the directory from where Ubuntu uses it. Actually, Ubuntu has this dependency that it won't let you use any logo from anywhere except the default Ubuntu icons directory. So we ask the user for his permission and we place this logo file into his directory. And secondly, it installs the Pygame for the users, because we just don't want people to like first install Pygame and then do everything. So we automated everything. They just have to click a button, that is this icon, set that dependencies.desktop. Sure. Okay, I have to share another application. Just a second.
Sure. Just start it first and then maybe you can.
Huh?
Just start your application first. You need to share your.
This one?
So go to your browser.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah. Switch to.
Okay, so this is the game. Yeah, I muted the sound for the game. So it's like, this is the basic screen of the game. We used a little bit of cryptography in this that I'll tell you at the end. Like it's not basically cryptography. It's an intelligent way of hiding how you store the high score. So we don't know cryptography. Like I'm a first year, I told you. So what we did is we created a random file of 1200 some characters. It has random letters arranged. On the 625th letter, there's a $sign. And then there is a 4-bit, then what we did is we take the high score from the user, we take the high score from the game, we make it pass through an algorithm which converts it, divides the first one by 32 and multiplies by some, some 72 or something like that. Like this is algorithm, and then it is stored the 4 numbers after the $sign are the high score. and like no one can look through that file of 1200 some characters to find that score and change it. And then there are numbers everywhere. Like there are patches of 4 numbers everywhere, so you can't guess which number changes it.
Okay.
So we had to come up with this because we don't know cryptography at the time. And the best
So you were
was
trying to prevent the user from being able to modify the high score, is it?
what?
Was the
Pardon?
was the goal to prevent the user from being able to modify the high score?
Yeah, basically, high score shouldn't be like anyone can go and edit the high score. Like I got 10,000 something. So
Right.
it is more like we don't want the user to play with the files. What we did is we checked if there has been any edit in the file that changes the characters we have placed anywhere. It deletes the file, creates a new one, and tells the user that file has been corrupted. We can do it with the Python except script. So it's more like you can we use the friction in the game. You can select different modes on which mode do you want to play. We had to make some more. There's one more feature lacking in the game, that is the tutorial screen. We want to present the game in a way that the user gets the feeling of being in a presence, like you are enclosed in a circle or something like that. I'll just show you in a while. So this was my previous score, 345, and I lost in 27 seconds. So
Okay. Wait. So did you also build the game?
Pardon?
I said, did you also write the game? Like, have you written the game?
Written the game? It's like, yeah, I built the entire code of this.
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
this game is like entire code, everything. I use the Pygame basic library, but the entire code has been written by me and one friend of mine.
Okay. Cool.
So let's.
Okay, do you want to play the game and show everybody how it works?
So it's like this one. We have to change these 2 banners because they look like advertisements. They're just temporary. We were actually.
They're a little bit attention drawing.
Huh?
So they draw a little bit of attention.
Yeah, that's like advertisement, Actually, we wanted to place here, there are these police lights which shine red, blue, yellow color, which goes in rhythm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do this, but we had a little less time. So I just this is a temporary setup.
Okay. Don't worry. This is pretty shocking.
Okay, so there are 3 things displayed: your pursuit time, speed, and score. And unless you touch the ball, nothing happens. But once you touch the ball, the time starts, and the basic purpose of the game is that you don't have to let the ball stop. And at the same time, you have to break bricks. These bricks are color coded. Like the green ones are the strongest bricks. The red, like the dark red sort of bricks are the weakest ones, and the yellow ones are the medium ones. Like they all have a health associated with them.
Okay.
And they change color accordingly as you decrease their health. And these things are done randomly. Then there are some bricks which you can never break. And there's one more special part of the game which didn't come, so I'll show you at the end. So we start the game. And since I'm playing it on easy mode, the friction is really less. Like the ball goes through friction and you lose when it stops. So let's lose.
Yeah.
You lose now.
Okay. So we lost.
Okay.
Drag behind us.
Okay, so these you must be seeing a quote, right? A thumb rule to follow. Never hit the brick that refuses to glow, right? So what is the idea behind that? Through these small codes in between, we explain to the user like how they can play the game more efficiently. Like these are
that's
basically
very
little tips in between the game, like
Yeah.
for which
So
you have
you
to play the game.
You don't give them all the rules up front. You just give
Yeah,
them,
that's too much,
Yeah.
So everything
That's very nice.
we ask them to play the game, and then they come to know of it. And there's this music associated with every part. Okay, winning this is pretty tough. We also made this screen, and we tried to make all the options in a way that it portrays to the user as a prison escape. That's just that you can see, wait, I saw something. Then these things. So we had to think a bit about this, just so that Okay, winning this is pretty tough. It will take a lot of time. Wait. Would you mind if I just change the code and show you the winning screen?
Sure.
Cheating,
Yeah, that's fine.
No, we don't have the screenshots. Okay, where is it? Main. Just a line of code. Just a if statement I have to change. Where is it? Starting. This one it is. Cool.
Your face is showing on the.
Actually, I had to close it and because I edited the code. So now it must be visible, right? It's lagging. Is it? So now if I press let's escape, it will directly take me to the winning screen. So this one is the winning screen. You will have your score here. Pursuit. This one harder the hit, quicker breaks the break. Okay, this reveals another part of the game that every break has a health. Like the strongest break has a health of 300. Then what we do is whatever is the speed of the ball, we divide by the maximum speed we have allotted and multiplied by 100. So on every hit, if the hit is greater than the speed of 20, that's why you saw that speed greater than 20. If the speed of the hit is greater than 20, this sum, like this result, is subtracted from the health of the brick. And once the health goes below 0, the brick breaks. So this is what it tells it: harder the hit, quicker breaks the brick. What I'm planning to do with this game is that first of all, we are trying to finalize the version. Then we will launch it as a web version, and in the next quark, I will put this as a project for the freshers. What I feel is that when people get into coding, they face a lot of difficulties, and Pygame is one of the easiest library they can get. Write a big code, and then they can get the feel that no, okay, fine, big codes can be understandable. With this project, it was like, how can I write 1,000 lines code? And now this game is around 15 or 1600 lines of code.
Okay. That's not very big for how complex it is.
That's not big because Pygame has we tried to simplify everything. We had a huge thing. Times you check for all the events. So we made a single function and then replaced it. So it was basically an optimization. Like it was around 2400 codes, then it came down to 1600.
Okay.
So those things we did. So it's pretty much, we are still working on it. And we are also thinking that there's this library which can help you port your game from Python to Android. So we are planning to do this porting and launch the game on Google Play Store.
Okay.
Basically,
yeah, that's very cool.
This concept hasn't this concept of mixing Brkout with Prison Escape has not been come up yet. So we have this hope, we'll publish it and then we'll see what happens further.
Yeah, that sounds
This
really
was
cool.
any questions?
How will you release a web version?
Okay, I just closed the screen. Oh, yeah, web version. Actually, my Quark project was on the same thing. So there is this mentor from Durgapur, NIT Durgapur. He is helping me out with this project. So he also made a game on the same, and he released the version on web. So I'll basically get in touch with him and learn from him how to publish the game on web. Actually, what I can do is there's this C freeze. where you can take all the Python code and their dependencies and freeze them into a file, and then you can execute it as an executable on any platform. See, for Ubuntu,
Okay.
I have done everything to make the process automated. For Windows, what I have to do is like use any such program, freeze all the components of the game, and then turn it into an executable which can be launched on Windows. I'm still to think how to do it on Mac, but if we come up with a web version, it will be a versatile version which can be launched on any web browser.
Mhm.
So that's why
So
we
that's
are thinking of web version first, and then any particular platform.
okay. Wow, that was a really cool game. How long did it take you to build that?
6 full days, 2 people working. Full days means like close to 13
Oh,
hours.
that's it.
Yeah, 13 hours.
That's a really short time. That's like you're saying in a week you could.
Actually, I did it in the last time of winters. I guess 22 December to 28th. Basically the game is not so big if you do it 13 hours, but there are bugs you face in such large code. Then it was the first time I was doing it with other person, like sitting hundreds of kilometers away from me. He's basically in
Oh,
KGP, but I
okay.
was at home this winter. So we both were at home,
Yeah.
and then we had to. He would write something which I won't understand. And I would have to go through the entire source code he wrote. Like he made this high score file. I had to implement it in the game. He designed all the algorithm, how to store the code, how the characters go up, and I had to use that base code and put it in the game. So I had to read his entire code, like talk to him, like how this works, how this thing works, how should I put it, where, which, from which character. So all this takes time. So basically, it was more like learning as well as doing. So that's why it took so much of time.
Wow, that's very cool. So how did you collaborate with them? Did you use Git, an
Yeah,
email,
it's good,
or
it's good.
okay?
Yeah, actually, I already had contributed to Quark pretty much, so I was pretty comfortable with Git. And I like he started working on it. I taught him how to use Git efficiently, and then it was pretty easy. Like Git is quite easy to use once you start using it.
Yeah, awesome.
Anything else?
I mean, I have a lot of questions, but I'm going to go through the repo. We'll probably
Yeah.
be making some kind of announcement from the Facebook page, I guess. So we should get the links and stuff up there. Is that
I
going
can
to be?
tell you the link. It's Git.
We can share it after the.
Oh yeah, you
Okay,
can look it up.
I'll share.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I hope you should try and like get KGPians to play this game. Maybe see who gets the high
Actually,
score.
once we have finalized the version, okay, you might not have recognized me. We have talked with Grant.
Yeah, of course, I know.
I'm Shivam.
Yeah.
I'm Shivam, the Alpha Dollar.
Wait,
My
I can't
Slack username is the Alpha Dollar.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, if someone else is speaking, I can't see you, so I don't know who's speaking.
Okay, so I was saying my Slack username is the Alpha Dollar. I was talking
Oh,
to
yeah.
you about Codex, Brkout stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
I remember.
I'm that guy only. So what we are planning is that basically under Code Stash, we are making a small game dev platform which we will call Bugbyte. So I launched this through that platform.
Okay. So what does the platform do? Like, is it just an organization of game developers?
Yeah, it's like just a small 4-5 people. We have not reached out to people. Like I know people who are interested in this. So we have just formed a group. We will reach out to people once we have something to show them. Like once we have a few games on the web, we can approach people to join us, and then we can together learn and develop games. It's quite
Cool.
to play games a lot. So many people feel like they should also make games as well. So it's a pretty much area where people are very interested.
Okay, cool. You could consider making a Slack channel for that, so people in MetaKGP can also follow along with how you're doing.
Yeah, but it's like this idea is not yet solidified because right now we are focusing on Codex, as you know.
Yeah.
So it's like we have a lot of things to do, but it's like everything comes. So this will be launched soon,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Cool. That's really cool. It's sort of the joy and privilege of being a first year that you get to be so optimistic and try a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you should definitely do that. It's really good to see you doing that. Cool. So I think we're out of time now. And so obviously like each demo took. Oh yeah. Well done. That is very impressive to see, Shivam. That's awesome. So this time the demos took like a bit longer than 3 minutes each, obviously, but that's okay. Like we can refine it as we go along. So I have a random spinner thing that I can share.
Yeah, so you were saying I couldn't hear you before.
He's using a random spinner.
Oh yeah, okay, but he was saying something. Vikrant?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just saying that this time we kind of ran over time, but we can refine it as we go along. I think it's really cool to see everyone's stuff. And like this, like it's, I'm sure it was like pretty sort of encouraging for everyone else also to see like cool, like people actually building stuff. And we should try and like get more people to demo next time. I think both of the demos this time were like really, like they took a lot of work. I think it's okay if demos are like half or 1/10 of the work that actually went into making these two things. So these were like really, really heavy demos, but it was pretty cool to see. So I have this random spinner thing that I found on the web. So I was thinking we can use that to see who wins the lottery.
One sec. So can you just use the one that Google has? So it basically, I'm not sure. If, yeah.
What is
So
what is
I'll
this?
just set the range to 1 to 2.
Oh no, but that's not fun. It's it should be like no, that's not fun. We're not doing that. We need something dramatic, something visual.
So you see, 1 million. Let's do 1 million.
And odd is what?
No. Wait, no. I have a spinner thing. I'm going to use that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, yeah, that is better.
So spinners are cooler. Oh, he has something. Okay, let's switch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jeez. Sure. Yeah.
Is that correct? Are the spellings correct there?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, nothing happened. Aha, there we go. Right, are you ready? Yeah. Can everyone see?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna click it now. Oh, okay. Cool. So Shivam wins so congratulations, Shivam. I don't know if they told you, but you get a 1,000 rupee cash prize. So you can use it for whatever you want. Yeah. So you can use it for whatever you want. Like obviously you can use it to like host servers and stuff like that, but you can also use it to treat all of these guys for organizing the demo. Up to you. Cool.
Finally, summarize more people didn't turn up.
Yeah, obviously. And you get to show your project to someone who knows stuff.
More importantly, that first year one is the first demo days motivation enough to take a job.
Let's look at publishing.
We will. Yeah, we will be publishing. I'll do that.
Good camera everybody has it.
Oh, they will be. I mean, yeah. Particularly thing is, since you were explaining about game dev stuff, so you should probably read the book Masters of Doom. I'm sure the rest of the guys know. So it's about John Carmack and John Romero. So they are the legends of gaming industry. Okay, they invented Doom.
Yeah.
So you should definitely read the book. It's brilliant, and I know you read only non-fiction, so it's a non-fiction.
Yeah, it's non-fiction, sir.
Yeah.
So I just put it on my.
I'll remind you again. So Vikrant, I guess we are done for today.
Awesome. Yeah. So for the prize itself, I think Ayush Goyal has like some money set aside for this prize. So maybe one of you can ask him to give that to Shivam.
I'll contact him. I'll make sure he gets paid.
Yeah, cool. But if you don't get it in like a week, then tell me. Yeah, cool. Thanks everyone. Thanks for organizing it, Anish. And I don't know who else helped you, but thanks whoever helped. And I hope all of you will demo next time as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Bye.
YouTube